Good afternoon. Welcome to the East Long Meadow Board of Assessors meeting of Tuesday, February the 13th. In accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 38, Section 20, we have to ask if anyone else is taping this meeting other than LCAT and our office for the purposes of our minutes. No one else is taping this meeting. We have no appointments this evening, so we'll go right to the administrative. Oh, just a moment. We need to review the minutes from the meetings of January 16th. Mr. Johnson.
Madam Chairman, I have reviewed the minutes as to form and content for both the regular session and the executive session, and I move that they be approved.
Do I have a
Second that?
Any changes or corrections? Mr. Johnson says they're
No.
okay. Are all in favor of accepting the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. We'll move on to the administrative agenda. We have several warrants to sign. The first being a 2017 motor vehicle excise commitment in the amount of $14,404.99. The next is a Fiscal 18. It's warrant number 1. Oh, that means we're all going to be getting our tax bills. $1,797,401.25.
They are anticipated to go out, I believe, the 27th of February.
Okay, at the end of the month. The next warrant is the payment in full of an apportioned betterment to the amount of $10,291.64. Means someone is paying off something that has been standing due to some betterment that the town, the sewer betterment. And the next one is a supplemental real estate tax bill for those people who had completed construction between January 1st and June 30th. And that is to the amount of $13,549.99.
That was approximately 5 bills, and notices went out to the 5 completed homes.
So they'd be
the new
aware.
owners. Correct.
That's a really good policy, because then they know it's coming and that they can anticipate it at least and make some provision for it.
Yeah, and if they have a question, that's a great time rather than waiting until you get the tax bill.
Right, right. And the next warrant is for a supplemental Community Preservation Act surcharge, and that's the amount of $135.50. In here we have a motor vehicle abatement report. It appears that the amount that we've abated is $4,563.02. 21 abatements for people who have traded, sold cars, or unfortunately got into accidents and the cars were totaled or canceled the plates. And the next report is for the 2018 real estate abatements granted to date, and that's $1,643.30. Trying to write small so Marty will have plenty of room.
Thank you.
And this is the exemption report. This is for the elderly, veterans, blind, and this also includes the work-off program?
Yes, but I believe we took care of all
That
the work
last
off
time.
last time around.
Yeah. And that's to the amount of $8,901.75. And this notice to the accountant is for the motor vehicle excise warrants, for
Probably
rebuilds, rebuild commitments.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and it's also inclusive of the 2017 Commitment 7. Those were already sent out.
Yes.
Commitment 1 will be on February's notice to accountant.
Right. Okay. Next order of business is to look at the LA3 Sales Report for January.
It is on page 4 of your file under your agenda. A couple jump out high, a couple jump out low.
Yeah, it was,
Get ready, we're gonna, there's a couple of new ones coming, they're gonna be in the .8s, that's for sure.
really.
Mark, I've never seen it like this.
I did make a couple of changes. I had the opportunity to review the deeds in the LA3 report, so I believe it's like the fourth from the bottom at that .78.
Yes.
I did change this so it would be improvement after they bought a home that was now totally renovated, and the assessment is not showing that.
Yeah. Is,
How about the 1.41, you think that's a good sale?
I had a question mark next to it. I reviewed it. I was quite amazed with the amount that was there, and
Especially with that owner name, that usually scares me.
oh,
Oh, okay.
And that's usually something's going on.
I honestly don't know the owner name, so.
Oh, I mean, the seller name there, I'm saying.
Oh. It is.
really?
I actually have a question mark right
Okay.
next to it. So again, sales letters will be going out, and we'll be
Right.
doing the review.
Do we get a fairly good return on those sales questionnaires?
No.
No. Most people say, oh,
Yeah.
you do that, they'll want to come and see the house, and that's unfortunate because then it, you know, you
Yeah.
don't have the accurate data.
Right.
I'll put it on here.
It's like sometimes some months we get great response, and then the next time we have no response.
Yeah.
So
You probably get a good response if it's sold for below assessment.
yeah, then everyone wants us to come out and
yeah,
yeah.
correct things. Okay. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Any other comments on the LA3 report? We shall move on to the building
Yep.
permit report. I don't think we have any dwellings on this one, do we? Alterations?
No, we do not have any dwellings. It is for the month of January, and it's not always the
That's not the month.
key time to be digging up the ground and putting a new home in.
Right.
Now, I don't know, sometimes these properties in commercial or industrial. So the one where it says add,
Uh-huh.
I mean, because we've had some over there, assessment and abatement wise for vacancy, so
Yeah.
Well, the
something we
one,
should probably keep an eye on.
generally I would think that the one that's saying add
Yeah,
is going to be basically retrofitting what's currently there.
Yeah.
So they might have had like one large room, and now they're going to be putting 2 rooms to segregate the population that attends that building.
Yeah, I think what he's talking about is tenancy.
Yeah.
You know,
We've had some that came in saying we're 70% vacant, and
yeah.
we've given them a break. It's just
So
something to look at.
If they, you know, if they're leasing out some areas, that would be good to know. That one that is the complete interior exterior, that's almost to this
Oh, well, if
Connecticut
you've
line.
driven, actually, it's not too far from you. You're going to see a house that's wrapped up in white, just coming out of
Oh,
Peace Road.
yes,
That's that
yes.
property.
Oh, yeah, they have. They've gutted
Yeah.
the entire house. They've cleared the
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly that property.
Okay. Oh, I might have figured the number
Oh,
was.
what is that? What side of the road is when you're going up Summers Road?
When you're going up towards the center, it's on the right-hand side, before the Apple Place.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's not the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other comment on the building permit report?
Nope.
No.
All right. Then we will move on to the director's report. Diane,
Oh.
it's your turn.
Okay, as a reminder to any business, personal property owners, March 1st is the deadline for the forms of list. They are online. I just try to remind people on a regular basis of that. And also our 3 ABC forms for any tax exempt entities, they're also due on March 1st. The annual town report for our department has been submitted to the town manager, and it has been noted as received. We have 2 upcoming seminars. One, the HHCAA, the Hamden Hampshire Assessing Association, will be having on March 15th a seminar on chapter land. And at the same time, we were trying to do a utility valuation consortium, but the person who is going to do the presentation of that has requested to have a longer period of time and has volunteered to actually put the seminar on at his cost.
Right.
So they are looking at March 29th for that. He's looking along the Northampton 91 corridor, so he can include Berkshire, Franklin, Hamden, and Hampshire County.
Something easily accessible.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as I know that information, I will be sure to let the board know. If anyone does have an interest in going to the March 15th, March 15th, it's $18. I do have the seminar notice. It'll be a couple more pages down. You might have it on. My computer just shut down, so I won't be able to tell you what page it's on. So as we
We'll
have
save our money, not send anybody.
well, I will be. It's doing it by itself. I'm not touching it. I think it decided
That's
to
okay.
reboot. We have entered into the contractual services for inspections. So as of February 1st, we are now we're working on personal property because the outdoor weather is just not as conducive for listing and measuring. As I know very well that I went to a brand new construction and I could not even measure the exterior. There was just too much mud.
Yeah.
It wasn't frozen, it was
Or
just...
ice out too.
Yeah.
Well, when I was out doing inspections on February 9th, everyone's driveway was a sheet of ice.
Mhm.
Everyone greeted me with their garage door open saying, "Be careful."
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as the weather gets a little bit better. I have notified the police department that these inspections will be ongoing, and they are going to be registered. One is already registered with the police and has ID, so
Okay.
we're all set in that area. And the cherry sheets, as we go through this each and every year, the governor has now put out his cherry sheets.
Yeah.
And I'm showing it to be approximately a 5% increase. I believe it's almost like 600,000 on the plus side, but this is the governor's proposal for aid.
Subject to change many times over.
Many times over, right. But I just like the board to be aware as they're coming through. Although this is not on here, I found out late yesterday after hours and as I was coming in that the town's new growth was certified at $4.2 million. So that will be money that could be utilized in budgeting process for those extra special things.
Yeah.
How much?
4.5.
So
So
that just doesn't affect the levy for this year.
Hmm?
That
That's-
affected the levy.
that's what was not spent
Oh, not spent.
in the
Okay.
prior fiscal year,
Okay.
and it has just been certified as of February 2nd.
You said new growth. Are you talking free
I'm-
cash?
Free cash.
We're talking free cash
I'm so
certification. I know what you
sorry.
meant.
Oh,
No, I
okay,
know.
because
Sorry,
you
yes.
had me completely. I said
You're right.
I knew what you meant.
See,
I wasn't
you
sure.
understood, huh?
So
I did.
what's the number?
It was approximately 4.5.
4.5 mil.
Yes.
A lot
That's
of free
a
cash.
Free cash.
That's a lot of free cash. That's
Yes.
right. That's what you get when you.
So, with that said, that is what I had. The only other thing, and I'm not sure if it made it onto your disc because I can't see, but late, I did receive after sending out the disc, the file, that we did get a letter from Vision Government Solutions.
Yes, it was on here.
And Gary Fortier has fulfilled his role of what he wanted to do as the CEO, and now they are turning the
Someone else is
yes,
stepping
the
in.
company, and it's now going to be Paul Smith who's going to be the CEO effective February 20th. I don't really think it has a whole lot for us because, you know, someone is running the company and we only have to just deal with him if we're having issues. And so far we've been very fortunate.
Right. I noticed some of the people that we normally deal with are still on staff.
Yes, and
so
they've
forth.
been there for quite some time.
Right.
So that's what I have.
All right, the next thing is and Diane has already mentioned the Hampshire County Assessors Association, the spring seminar on March 15th. I would like to be signed up for that.
Okay. And I do plan on sending both the staff and myself, and we will see if we can get a senior, a swap participant to
Yeah.
cover our office like we've
Yeah,
done.
I would like to attend that one.
Okay. I'll get us all put down. And, okay. Perfect.
Okay. Is there any other business, new business, old business that any board member wants to bring up?
No?
If not, I'm going to move that we go into executive session to again work on statutory exemption applications and abatement applications, because these are not available for public view. They contain private information on disabilities and finances. And so I would like to have a second to that,
Second that motion?
and I'll take a roll call vote. Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Gredgen?
Yes.
Mrs. Sonyer, yes.